Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. It is time for my May and June home fragrance empties. Starting with the room sprays, we have Fresh Cut Lilacs and Fresh Sheets, two of my favorite fragrances. However, this Fresh Sheets was diabolical, y'all. So strong, I had to gift my backup of it away. I love Fresh Sheets in the candle, but this was choking us out with one spray. Like, I'm talking coughing fit, sneezing, gotta blow your nose. Fresh Sheets was strong. Fresh Cut Lilacs is strong too, but I don't think I ever had a reaction to a room spray where it was like triggering my sinuses. So as much as I love this one, it's strong, it's fresh, it smells just like the candle. I had to give the backup away. If it's still like this, if it comes out next spring, I may pass on it because it was to the point I couldn't even enjoy spraying it. Like, I had to literally like hurry up, spray it and shut the door because this will choke you out. But absolutely love these two fragrances. I'm a little light on my wax melts this month, you guys, but we have line dried linens from Better Homes and Gardens. Absolutely love this one. If you like fresh, clean cotton linen scents, this one is nice and strong, but it's not overwhelmingly strong, at least not to me. And then we have Kringle's Garden Fresh, which I also love. And I have one more of it in my stash in the large 2-wick jar that I backed up from last year. So love these two, enjoyed these two for the month of May and June. Finally, moving on to the candles, we have Sunday Reset from Goose Creek. I absolutely loved this candle last year. I reviewed it on the channel. It didn't come back this year, but I did back it up. I don't know if I have 2 more or 1 more left in my stash, but this was in the strong medium to high range in my bedroom space. Sunday Reset has fragrance notes of clean linens, apple blossom, and fresh air. And this was like a fresh, clean linen scent meets cashmere. Even though it doesn't say it's vanilla or amber listed in here, it wasn't perfumey, but I did get like a sweet creaminess with this fragrance. So it was like fresh, clean, and sweet, if that makes sense. Burn was absolutely flawless. I didn't get a ton of soot collected in the jar, and the wax isn't discolored. These jars that Goose Creek did, these neutral jars, they matched the wax colors. So this was like a off-white kind of grayish wax color to begin with, but really enjoyed this one. I wish it would have came back. I might hold off on burning my last one, but this made for a beautiful bedroom fragrance. Another one from Goose Creek, Green Grass and Apple, which is one of my absolute favorite fragrances from Goose Creek. However, I feel like this one was tweaked because this one wasn't that crisp, sharp, fresh, green, tart, grassy apple fragrance that I'm used to from Goose Creek. This one came off like a soapy apple fragrance. And the strength and throw was in the low to low medium range in my open concept space. I'm used to this one being at least a strong medium to high in my open concept area. So on cold, it smells like what I'm used to with green grass and apple. But then when I lit it, for some reason, I was getting something soapy. Still enjoyed it though. I only purchased it one time this year. I didn't back it up because it usually comes back every year. Not terrible on the burn, just a little bit of soot on times that I was burning it a little longer than I was supposed to be because I was really enjoying the fragrance for the most part. But hopefully it'll go back to smelling the way I'm used to it smelling once it's lit, because on warm, I don't know where I was getting that soapiness from, and it could have just been me. But I've been buying green grass and apple since I've been shopping with the brand, so I'm not opposed to still picking it up at least once every spring. Speaking of Fresh Sheets from Bath & Body Works, here it is in candle form. Absolutely love this fragrance. I OD'd on it when it first came out, and when it returned, I got multiple backups, so I think I'm down to only one being left in my stash. This one was a strong medium in my open concept space, so strong and noticeable, but not headache inducing in a large open area, at least not to me. Burn quality was pretty good. I think I got some slight soot and a little bit of wax discoloration on probably the last burn or two, but nothing crazy. And yes, it smells like fresh, clean dryer sheets or fresh linens, like fresh out of the dryer. So this doesn't have that like aquatic, wet, like laundry day. Like, you know, laundry day to me leans more like laundry detergent or wet, fresh, clean clothes that you're taking out the washer and putting in the dryer. Fresh Sheets is like the final product of taking the clothes out of the dryer. So really enjoyed this one, and I hope it returns. Then we have 2 fragrances from the Passport to Japan collection from Goose Creek that I absolutely enjoyed in my open concept individually and together, and they are Coastal Umi and Bamboo Grove. Coastal Umi was more of a room filler, so I think I placed this at a 6 in my open concept space, while Bamboo Grove filled my whole entire open concept space at about a 7 to a 7.5. Really enjoyed these two candles. I didn't back up any of the candles from this collection, as great as they were, because I'm trying to get better with the amount of backups I buy and trying to clear out my stash without having to do a huge declutter. So really enjoyed these. Coastal Umi leaned, I think, a little cologne to my nose, or was it? I don't remember this one. This one wasn't really cologne. This had Coastal Sea Spray, Shiso Blossom, and Ocean Driftwood. Yeah, this one wasn't the cologne one. I think it was Hinoki Wood, to me, came off cologne. And then Bamboo Grove was more fruity than green. I was hoping it would have been more green, watery bamboo, but it still was nice. I enjoyed them both. And if this collection was to return again next year, I would repurchase them again, because I really enjoyed every candle that I purchased. The only one I didn't grab was the Cherry Blossom one. And that was because I already had the Goose Creek Cherry Blossom fragrance in my stash. Then I also finished up Cedar Veil from Kringle. I ended up really enjoying this candle, so much so that I did back it up. I think it was during the Memorial Day sale. I had did a small haul, so I didn't post it on here. It was only 4 candles from the reserve line that I wanted, but this was one of the ones that I repurchased. I believe this had a strong medium strength and throw on my open concept. Very complex, leathery scent. The label will make you think this is just going to be like a woodsy lavender sea salt type of candle, but this is one that, unfortunately, they don't have sample sizes to try it, because a lot of the ambassadors were kind of like, it was hard for us to explain this one on cold, and some was a fan of it and some weren't when they lit it. But this ended up growing on me. So I do have a dedicated post-burn review of it on the channel. And I also have a code with Kringle if you would like to save 15% off when you're shopping for full price items. But I'll link the code to this one in the description box below. But love this one so much that I did repurchase it. Then I also finished up Minty Melon from Kringle. I loved this one so much last year that I did repurchase it. So this was the last one in my stash. Strength and Throw was in a high range in my open concept space, filled the whole open concept, traveled upstairs to the second level of my home. It's exactly what it says it is. Fresh mint with melon. This one, it says melon, mint leaf, citrus, herbal, sweet, and musk. So it did have some sweetness to it. So it wasn't a sharp minty scent. And the melon was so fresh that you actually got the rind with the melon. I don't even think this one is still available on the site, because I would have repurchased it again during the Memorial sale had I saw it. But really enjoyed this one. I'm pretty sure it's probably discontinued, but this was a really great mint and melon fragrance blend. And then I also finished up my last Easter Petals. I purchased this last year, burnt it, reviewed it, and repurchased it when it went on clearance to burn again this year. This was a beautiful, soft, neroli floral fragrance, so I enjoyed it in my bedroom. Strength and Throw was about a 6. It did get sooty. It definitely got sooty towards the end of the candle, but it didn't tarnish the fragrance. Like the wax didn't get discolor. It was mostly the jar acting as a hurricane. But Easter Petals had fragrance notes of sparkling lemon, petitgrain twigs, Italian bergamot, neroli blossom, patchouli, musk, and amber. And this was just a beautiful, beautiful, soft neroli floral overall. So really enjoyed this one and love the label along with the yellow speckled jar. And taking it back to Bath and Body Works, we have Blue Sky Breeze. I love this candle so much that I have been purchasing it from the time it first debuted and every year after, to the point where I'm sad to say this is my last Blue Sky Breeze that I had in my stash. And it gets to a point where you have fragrances that you love so much, you try to hold on to them until they come back, but then it just gets to a point where you just got to burn it and enjoy it. So this one leaned fresh laundry-like, but with floral. I would say the Strength and Throw was high in my open and closed concept area. Scent notes are morning spring air, fresh violet petals, crisp gala apples, and English ivy. So you get the florals, it's fresh and clean, it's crisp, but then you get some type of linen laundry-esque vibe from it. Really enjoyed this one, and I hope it comes back. The burn was also great on this one. I think I got a little bit of wax discoloration or soot as the candle was finishing out before I called it a day, but the jar is nice and clean, so hopefully Blue Sky Breeze will make a return. Can y'all tell I was in a fresh, clean mood? We have a laundry day from Bath and Body Works, which was also in the strong medium to high range in my open concept area. And yes, I was pairing this with fresh sheets when I was burning the two, and then there were times I was just burning one or the other. This one didn't give me any problems. Burned nice and clean all the way down to the bottom. Laundry day, I was just talking about it. Fresh, clean, aquatic, laundry detergent like scent. Fresh air, crisp eucalyptus, and soft lavender. It smells like fresh, clean, like wet laundry or like the detergent. Love laundry day. I repurchase it every year. The only reason why I haven't been stocking up on it is because it comes back usually between candle day and then the spring of the following year. And I had so many of it in my stash that I just was like, take a break from it and enjoy the ones you have. So I think I have one more laundry day and one more fresh sheets left in my stash to burn through. But this one was a hot, fast burner. So even though it burnt clean, I love this so much. I had to keep my eyes on it. But other than that, because it had the thin core wicks, other than that, it didn't give me any problems. I just had to keep my burn time down to 3 hours. Then we have Warm Summer Evening from Bath and Body Works, which is another one I enjoyed, and I did back it up. Now, this one fell in the medium range for me. I kept it in my bedroom. At the midpoint, it became a slow burner. So the wicks didn't dud out and drown and get puny, but it did start burning much slower than it did at the first half of the candle. So it went from being like a 7 in my bedroom to between a 5 to 6. So I still enjoyed it. It was a beautiful perfumey scent. I know some people said they got laundry from this one. And I can see that because it is a fresh element in here. But then I get that amber with the florals and it just leans perfumey to me. A pretty perfumey, not a mature perfumey, like heavy perfumey scent. Warm florals, calming amber, and velvety sandalwood. Yes. Like a nice, smooth, pretty, perfumey floral fragrance that's beautiful in a bedroom area. So I definitely back this one up. Burn quality, other than the slow burn, was also pretty good with this one. No soot and no wax discoloration. Then we have Beach Cabana from Bath and Body Works. I would place the strength of this at a 6 with the throw of a 7 in a closed concept. So I kept this in my bedroom where it was a soft medium strength, but the throw did project and fill the entire bedroom space. Beach Cabana has fragrance notes of warm sands, orange blossom, and white fluffy towels. And yep, this is beachy, but it's fresh at the same time. Like you get the linen accord and you get that beachiness along with it, but it's not super sunscreeny from the orange blossom. This one, I think my wax just got a little discolored on the last burn, but I don't believe this one was a hot, fast burner to where I got soot all in my jar. Nope. So it was just a little bit of slight wax discoloration on the last burn, but really enjoyed this one. So I did back it up. Then we have Easter in Bloom from Goose Creek's last Easter release. I think it was last year, 2025. This one on cold, it was a fresh green floral fragrance. So on cold, it smelled nice and pungent. But when I went to burn this one, the strength and throw was in the low to low medium range in my open concept space. It had pretty green wax, but it was a hot, fast burner. So after a while, the wax started to take on that sooty smell. So I tossed it on my warmer in my living room. Scent notes are springtime blooms, fresh picked wildflowers, and garden greenery. So it was a beautiful, fresh green floral scent. I do wish it were stronger, and I wish that it didn't soot as much because once the wax got tarnished, the fragrance got messed up. So I kind of preserved what I could with it on the warmer. So if it didn't have that hot, fast burn with the low strength and throw, I mean, I had it for a year, so I wouldn't have been able to back it up because they didn't bring it back out. And I'm glad I didn't just repurchase it based off of the cold sniff because I love like fresh green floral fragrances. So I don't know if this one does return and they fix the wick issues, maybe, but during the springtime, a lot of fresh green florals do come out. So this wouldn't be one that I would like have to clamor to get if Goose Creek bought it back. Then we have Meet Me in Miami, another Bath and Body Works candle that I enjoyed so much. I repurchased it. This one I did a dedicated review of on my channel as well. I think I gave this a 7. It was between a 6 to a 7 in my bedroom space. So more so strong medium, but not overwhelming, not too light to where I was going nose blind to it. A nice beachy sunscreen scent, but I picked up on banana in this candle along with pineapple and I think coconut. What's the notes? Breezy palm trees, cabana coladas, and suntan days. So you pretty much got the elements of what it was to be on a beach in Miami. You got your sunscreen on, You got a pina colada in your hand, relaxing. Yeah, I really enjoyed Meet Me in Miami, and I love this label design. So I did back it up at least once. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull it back out this summer or hold on to it for next summer. Then we have Violet and Musk. I would say this one came in at a soft medium in my bedroom space, so I rated a 6 out of 10, but it was a beautiful fragrance. And I was trying to get a backup of it, but it was sold out in my area. And then my best friend, who lives in a whole nother state, found 2 in her area for me and scooped them up. So I now have 2 Violet and Musk in my stash. Violet and Musk has fragrance notes of violet blossoms, fresh bergamot, and velvety musk. And this is just so beautiful. I love the violet, the floral note in here. The musk adds a softness without turning it into like a super powdery floral fragrance. Oh, this was so good. And it's not heavy on the bergamot. I forgot what this was. Was it white iris and cedarwood that this was supposedly a repackage of? I didn't have that candle because it was so light on cold last year that I passed on it. But this one performed decent enough for me in my bedroom space. And I'm glad to have 2 more of it in my stash. Burn quality was also great on this candle. No wax discoloration and no soot in the jar. Then we had one of my all-time favorite mango fragrances, Sweet Red Mango from Bath & Body Works. Strength and Throw was high in my open concept area. I think I compare every mango candle to this one, and none of them compare. I absolutely love this one. Even Mango Coconut Cooler, when I smelled that in store, it was a light, watered down version to my nose of a mango fragrance. I just got mango and mandarin. I really didn't get coconut. Whereas this one is way more pungent and sweet. And I actually preferred Mango Papaya Paradise on cold compared to the Mango Coconut Cooler. So since I have 1 more of this one left in my stash, I didn't even bother with the Mango Coconut Cooler. Beautiful burn on this one. I think towards the end, my wicks drifted, so I just pushed them back towards the center. But yeah, I hope this one returns because I absolutely love it. So I would love to see this candle come back next year because it hasn't been out for quite some time now. Next up, we have French Toast from Goose Creek, which I prefer much more over maple butter. Maple butter to me is just too sweet and cloying, where French Toast hits a solid 7 in my open concept space. And while it does have the butter and the maple, it's not overdone on those notes. I didn't really get spice with this one. Notes are French toast, butter, maple, pecans, and vanilla. So this is literally, you got your French toast on the griddle and you're preparing it, maybe with a light drizzle of syrup, but it definitely wasn't heavy on the maple. Now this one, I do smell some soot, so the wax did get discolored and sooty towards the end. But if this one came back, I would get it again. This is one of my favorite like French toast morning, like breakfast gourmand scents. So I can at least get 1 a year when it comes out and enjoy it. It was another candle I enjoyed from Goose Creek that I hope they bring back if they do an ice cream collection, and it's their butter pecan ice cream candle. Love that one too. But yeah, this one wasn't as cloying as I thought it was going to be. So I was really able to enjoy this one in the morning times when I was like making breakfast. So if this one comes back, I do recommend it. Then I finished up Aurora from Bath & Body Works from the Disney Princess collab that was released this year. I think I got 1 more left to finish, Rapunzel. And then I did get backups of Mulan. That one was my favorite. I think I have 2 more Mulan in my stash. But this is a nice soft powdery rose scent. I think the Strength and Throw was about a 6 for me. Nice clean burn, no issues with the burn. I didn't back Aurora up because I have a lot of rose fragrances, but I did enjoy this candle. Then we have Sweet As Can Be from Kringle. Now this one had a high Strength and Throw in my open concept. The first time I burnt this candle, I didn't have any performance issues with the wicks. This one, however, the wicks was puny from the get-go, like the first burn. And I think I tried cotton balling it and lighting it again on the second burn, and it was doing the same thing. So we tossed it in the crock in the kitchen where it did what it needed to do. And this is how much wax is left in there. So this is done. I have 1 more Sweet As Can Be. I'm not sure if the wicks are going to give me an issue. If it does, it's just going to go in my kitchen crock. But I really enjoyed this fragrance. I think it was just a repackage in like the 3-wick painted jars of lemon sugar marshmallow. So while I did enjoy this one, I was looking forward to lighting it, but the wicks was just giving me performance issues that I wasn't trying to deal with. So thankfully we have the crock, because any candles that give me an issue between the crock and warmer, that's where they going. And I think this is my last is it Easter Sunday dress from Goose Creek? Yeah, Easter Sunday dress. This was like a luminary jar. It was pretty. I think this was my first year shopping Easter with Goose Creek, and quite a few of the fragrances I did enjoy, and I backed them up. So I think I purchased this one a total of 3 or 4 times. Out of the 4, I know I gifted one, and then this was my last one to burn through. Strength and Throw was a 6 in my bedroom. It reminded me of Gingham from Bath and Body Works. No notes on the bottom. This is before Goose Creek was putting notes. And it's some oil starting to leak from the bottom of the candle, but it really didn't give me any performance issues. So I enjoyed this one. If it ever comes back and you love Gingham from Bath and Body Works, but you're a Goose Creek fan, then this is similar to that fragrance. And then these last 5 from Kringle, I saved for last because I literally just did cold sniff impressions of them and post burn reviews. So I just figured I would breeze through these really quickly. I finished up Cypress and Sea Spray, which I absolutely loved. Strength and Throw was high. I give it an 8 out of 10 in my open concept space. It burned a little hot and fast at the beginning, but by the midpoint, it mellowed out to where I didn't have to like babysit it too much with the mushroom tops and the high flames. So nice clean burn on this one. Nice fresh green earthy fig fragrance. If you love fresh green earthy scents, I highly recommend this one. I will put my code in the description box below in case you guys want to purchase this one, because I don't believe it's on sale yet. Just know that my code is commission eligible, but I really enjoyed this one, and this is one I would definitely repurchase. So while I was enjoying Cypress and Sea Spray in my open concept, I had Red, White, and Blue in my bedroom, where the Strength and Throw was between a strong medium 7 to 7.5. Really enjoyed this. This is a pretty floral spa-like fragrance. Towards the last burn, I just got a little bit of soot in the wax pool. I think this one, and I think it's Coral Sands, performed the best when it came to the wicks burning hot and fast. Like I had one that was just crazy. I'll get to that one. But this one, I didn't have a lot of problems. If it did start to burn hot and fast at the beginning, by the midpoint, it mellowed out. So this is another one I would repurchase. Scent notes are salted pomelo, forest pine, rosebush, cottonflower, sandalwood, and musk. And yeah, this was a beautiful, like I said, relaxing floral fragrance in a bedroom. Definitely had a like spa vibe to it. So if you love White Lotus or Coral, then you'll probably enjoy Red, White, and Blue. Then we have Coral Sands, which is another one that I enjoyed in my bedroom space that I believe fell between like the 6 to 7. So medium range, nice bedroom filler, nice fruity scent. Kind of like Pink Sands from Yankee, but tweaked. Is a little bit different. So really enjoyed this one, and I would repurchase it, but this is the type of fragrance profile that I only need one of it every year. So hopefully this one will be a staple signature scent with Kringle. And if it sticks around to next year, I would definitely repurchase this one. But this one I also did a dedicated review of. And I feel like if you like Pink Sands from Yankee or Pink Beach from Goose Creek, then you'll enjoy Coral Sands. American Pie was another one that I really enjoyed from this. I think it was the Patriotic collection. Strength was an 8 with the throw of a 9. So high strength and throw in my open concept area. This is the one that I secured on launch day because I knew it was going to sell out. And I think the 4 wick sold out within 45 minutes of launching. The 3 wick was still available by the time I got on the site. So I hurried up and placed my order. It did arrive safely. And I think I just placed the order for an extra large 4 wick in Sea Breeze, which is on its way to me. It should be here hopefully by tomorrow. I love Sea Breeze. When I had it in the 3 wick painted jar, it was a little subtle. So I can't wait to see how the 4 wick performs. But this one, I would hope Kringle will report it, but I didn't want to wait for it to get reported if I'm ready to start burning it in like September and it's not reported by then. So I did go ahead and purchase this one on launch day, and I didn't repurchase the others yet. But if you want a nice gourmand apple pie fragrance that's not too heavy on the pie crust and not too heavy on the spice, this is perfect. I really enjoyed this one. Delicious. Glad to have another one in my stash. And then last but not least, we have Citrus Soleil. This one was the problem candle for me. And I don't know if it was just me. The wicks on this was a hot, fast, sooty burner. One time I did leave it lit, I think 2 hours past the 3-hour burn time that I always tell y'all not to go past with candles that burn hot and fast. So my wax did get discolored as well as my jar, but this was already happening before I overburnt the candle. When I did the review, I already showed y'all the soot that was starting to accumulate. The discoloration happened when I went past 3 hours of burn time. The throw on this one was better than the strength in my open concept space. The strength was like a soft medium 6, but the throw was a solid 7. I could detect it throughout my open concept area. And this is a nice citrusy atmospheric scent. Has a bit of an outdoorsy element to it. Fragrance notes are bergamot, grapefruit, petitgrain, orange blossom, vanilla, musk, cedarwood, and amber. This one I definitely wouldn't repurchase. I liked the scent, but what I had to deal with, and I think at one point I had to cotton ball it because one of my wicks, one of them was like settling into the wax pool as the candle was pulling out. And I think Rachel from Simply Scented Life, I think it's Simply Scented Life, her channel name, she was just like having a lot of issues with the wicks where the wax kind of was like, it's this way that soy wax kind of makes craters. And if that happens, sometimes when you light your candle, one of your wicks can like kind of sink into the wax pool while the candle is pulling out. So I had a lot of issues with this one. This one wouldn't be a repurchase, but I did enjoy the fragrance. That's it, you guys. That's all I have for my May and June home fragrance empties. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, bye.